Como é que estamos, guys? Tranquilos? Ou não? Sejam bem-vindos ao episódio número 7 de Life is Strange. Espero que se divirtam, guys. E bem, guys, vamos escolher aqui uma roupa. Porque... Exterior. É esta. Começámos o capítulo 3. Tínhamos acabado o capítulo 2 no último episódio. E este episódio já começa no novo capítulo. Portanto, vamos a isso. Vamos a isso. Vamos ver o que acontece. Pá. Eu estou super curioso. Depois do que nós vimos no último episódio. Pá. Preciso mesmo de saber mais do que vem aí.
Oh, how is it already morning? This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing something. No matter what that photo of me suggests. Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose. That isn't me. It can't be. There's also that flash drive from Gwen. Maybe something on there. Restraining Order Lucas said Safi once threatened to turn his son against him. That certainly implies some bad blood in their past. But that Lucas was scared of Safi, not out for revenge. Moses, when this is all over, I'll play as many games of Mana Massive as you want. I swear. Before Safi died, Gwen got her book canceled. And I still don't know why. But that doesn't mean she killed Safi. Plus, Dead World Gwen seems genuinely torn up over her death. Yeah, the Gwen theory has some holes. Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Safi canoodling. But what does that even mean? I should see what's on Gwen's flash drive before calling it quits.
Deixa eu ver o que eles aprendem.
Hold on. She's looking right at the camera, like she knows it's there. Does she want to get caught? Or is this another doppelganger?
Como assim?
Maybe if I go object by object, an answer will jump out at me?
Duvido.
Coffee. Coffee is friend.
Eu
Get
acho
coffee now.
que a resposta vai estar no universo que ela está viva. Eu acho que a resposta vai estar aí.
No matter how much I stare at you, he refused to make sense. Moses?
Esconde a foto ou não? Até porque eu acho que isto não é ele.
Hello, Miss Caulfield.
Oh, fuck.
Can I come in?
The photo. If he sees that...
I have some questions for you.
Of course.
I can answer your questions right here.
I knew you'd be a valuable resource. There are just a few details I'm struggling to make sense of.
Go ahead.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to high school, right?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not unlike...
Arcadia Bay and Safi are not connected.
a whole town wiped out by a freak storm. What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky, or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
Go fuck yourself. Arcadia Bay has nothing to do with Safi.
Ooh, there it is. Touched a nerve? I knew I'd find one if I kept poking around.
Detective, I'm not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Someone was in the office with me. I could hear them. I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see you. All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal from the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now. Somehow, all this death leads to you.
That's not true. He saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid Max. Stupid, stupid. What the hell do I do now? None of this makes any sense. What happened that night? Why the fuck am I in this picture? The old me would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken. Maybe I still could.
That's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo.
No.
Feels good. Final.
Sophie.
It's here too.
But there wasn't a storm the day Sophie died.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
Sophie, wait. Who is Maya? What was she talking about?
Stop stalling, Max.
I don't understand. What do you want from me?
Pull the trigger.
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time.
Ela vai conseguir voltar lá?
Come on. If I can just... Fuck! Moses, you were right. I don't know how, but you were. I have to tell him. Everything.
Ok. A cena é... Deve uma explicação, mas... Mirante, sério... Marque-se logo lá. Se faz por favor, está bem, obrigado. Ok. Muita coisa aqui que está... Bem, vamos ver o que é que vai acontecer.
Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully.
A cena é que muita coisa não está a fazer mesmo sentido. Se nós estávamos com ela no
This is where the
sítio...
police tape was yesterday. Did the cops take it down on Alderman's orders? He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench. I know Sophie would have something poetic to say about this. If only.
You stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come? I couldn't blame him. I killed his best friend. What does that say about me? That any version of me, could do something like that?
Isso é uma excelente pergunta. A questão aqui é... Ela teve que voltar
He's
atrás no tempo.
probably not coming.
Digo eu. Eu acho que ele vai vir. Vai demorar imenso tempo para vir. Ele não vai.
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting. So don't do anything stupid.
I deserved that.
You wanted to talk. So talk. Tell me the truth. Tell me why you did it.
You were right. I shot Sophie. But I can't tell you why, because I don't know the answer myself.
No reason you could give would be good enough.
Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look. These flowers. What are the odds they bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Sophie's body?
5 minutes and then I'll leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this other timeline where Sophie is alive and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane. But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me, poof, disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Sophie, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then... you'll believe me?
it'd be a start.
Okay. Okay, deal. Alright. There's a chance Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline. Now to see what Moses is up to. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Então, mas faz qualquer cena.
Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything.
Para os seus poderes, me vês mensagens. Se eu... Pois. Ok.
Some of that was...
É tanta coisa. Pois eu tive imenso tempo sem aparecer aqui.
thing. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
Ready when you are.
Okay.
Psychic storm.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said,
Hey.
Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did. Wow. I mean...
Yeah, near as I can tell, Sophie's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to...
You okay?
So Sophie's alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap? How did you...
I picked it up off the ground outside the observatory. When you give that to her, tell her to stay safe, Max. Make her swear to it.
I will. Promise. But I think she's going to need our help.
What do you mean?
When I was a teenager, I could rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
I know it sounds like it must have been amazing. But Moses, the things I caused to happen, just having a power doesn't necessarily give you mastery over it.
One of many lessons gleaned from X-Men comics.
The point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night. With a gun. You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Sophie mentioned Maya, and oh God, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Sophie. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp. I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it. Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
What do you want from us?
I thought I wanted some evidence. Close this fucking case and celebrate with a nice cigar. And then I got my evidence. That little photo of you with the gun. And you know what I realized? Not a fucking soul would believe me. You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect. Have to help me. Go!
Eu não sei o que se passou.
Did I kill him?
You had to.
Pois,
Would have been you otherwise. Max, if this spreads to campus, if our colleagues, our friends, our students get devoured like this,
I can just stop using my powers.
started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
Nem sei o que dizer, está a acontecer tanta coisa.
I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right.
Bem, vamos lá
Okay,
falar com a Gwen.
talk to...
Espera aí. Ok.
Cool. Gwen, see...
Ok. Eu gostava de saber o
what she
que
knows
aconteceu
about
aqui.
Maya. And while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Safi's book deal. Is that Safi's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Safi. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Safi's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
So I've been told.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable. What do you want to know?
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Mesmo a sério.
Let me get this straight. You helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book. Which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people. Safi included.
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you? How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention. Maya Okada? Safi never mentioned the name.
She always did keep her cards close to her chest, didn't she? The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful. One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Oh, part of it, why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves. Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over. Huh?
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript.
Hey.
How do I get my hands on a copy? Gotcha. Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like... I don't know. Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. So they took her computer, probably going through it right now.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
Tenho que ir falar. Que és, mano? Ah, ok, está aqui mesmo.
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions. Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard. I was hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
Have you seen Safi today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes.
Would you really fire her?
That depends on the findings of the committee. It's out of my hands now.
Did Safi tell you her book deal was cancelled?
What? No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Safia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Safi's book was cancelled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Safia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it and see what narrative she's trying to spin?
Eu nem estou a perceber, mas eu vou fazer. Se calhar é melhor.
Of course. I don't know why I thought they knew each other. It's just...
What?
Everyone seems to have a different opinion of Maya. It's hard to track what's true.
I understand that Ms. Okada was a bit chaotic.
So, she had a bad reputation. No wonder you didn't want her and Safi associated with each other.
Exactly. Strange. I really thought Vin's statement closed the matter.
Shady cow skull throwing Vin is involved?
Enough ancient history. I have a favor to ask. Safia's been distant lately. Could you keep an eye on her for me?
Are you sure that I'm the best person to...
Yes. Because she trusts you. And I trust you.
Yeah. Sure. I'll look out for her.
Thank you, Maxine. Oh, the time. Let's do lunch again. Somewhere with more atmosphere than the other place.
That was... odd. What did she mean by Vin's statement? Maybe I'd better talk to Vin myself.
Ok. Bem, há aqui mesmo qualquer coisa que...
He's probably in the admin building.
Ok, nós vamos falar com ele, sim, mas vamos no próximo episódio, guys. Que agora vamos ficar por aqui. E bem, guys, antes de ir embora, não se esqueçam de dar like, comentar, subscrever o canal e ativar todas as notificações para não perderem nenhum episódio, guys. Portanto, espero que tenham gostado e tenham se divertido e vemos nos próximos episódios.